In this video, we will explore some string methods which will be very useful for you when you're working with strings in JavaScript. I am Akash, you're watching mrabouttech, and without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, so here as you can see I have this string and I have stored it in this variable called sentence, and I have just console logged this, and here as you can see the output on this browser console. So this is just a simple string and we are going to use the different methods onto this string. Now first off, before starting with the string methods, we are going to see a simple property, and this is length. With this length property, we can get a length of any string. Now this string is a long string, but you might be working with even longer strings. So what if you want to get a length of that? So you can use this property to get the length of any string. And as you can see, this is how we write it. So this is our string variable, and after that we have a dot, and then after we have just specified this word length. And here in the console of the browser, you can see that it is showing the length as 60. So this whole string is of 60 length. Alright, so now let's start with some methods here. So the first method that we are going to see here is going to be of finding a simple string inside of a string. So this is a long string, all right. So I want to find the position of this word most inside this long string. So I can use the index of method. So we write it like this, and here we have this variable, then the dot, and after that we have this index of method. And as you can see here, the O in this of is capital and the index is small. So this is what you have to remember here. And then after we have this circle brackets, and within that we have this word which we want to get the position of. All right, so here is the output. So it is at the position 26. So here in this whole string we are getting the start position of this word, so that is 26. So this is how you can get the position of anything, any word, any character, anything. If you want to position of that, you can use this index of method. Now there's one more thing that I want to tell you about this index of. So the indexes that we have in JavaScript, they start from 0. So the counting here starts from 0, not 1. So the index of this j is 0 and not 1. So as you can see here in the output that it is 0. So the indexes start from 0, and this is something which you should remember. So now as you can see here, we have specified this most word inside of these circle brackets. So whenever we specify something inside of these methods, it is known as a parameter. So we have specified this most string as a parameter to this index of method. So this index of method takes one more parameter, which is parameter of the starting position. So the second parameter we can write it like this. So this first parameter is the string which we want to find in our bigger string, which is this sentence, and this second parameter is the start position of the searching. So it should start the searching for this string inside of this string after this position. Again, it starts the search for this most string in this bigger string after the position 30. So if we count from 0 till 30, it is going to start the search for this most word, this most string after the 30 position. So right now, if we do this, then after the 30th position, we don't have any most word here in this sentence. So it is going to give out this -1, and this -1 means it is unable to find this most word in this sentence. All right. Now let's say that I have another sentence, and in that I have this most word. So I'm going to keep this as it is, and I have this another sentence, and in here I have this most word here as well at the end of the sentence. So now, as you can see, it is showing that the most word is at the 62nd position, which is this one. It is showing this position. So this is how this index of method works. So there is another method which is similar to the index of method, and that is the search method. So this also works same as the index of method, and it is going to search this word in the sentence, in the string that we have provided. So this is our big string, and we have this most word here. It is going to search and give out the starting index of this word. So as you can see, we are getting 26, which is the exact thing which we got using the index of method as well. So this is another method. Now the difference between these two methods are, in the search method we cannot provide the start position as we did in the index of method, and in the index of method we cannot provide any regular expressions, so we can do that in the search method. So regular expressions are patterns used to match character combinations in a string. So that is something which we can do with the search method, but we cannot do using the index of method. So both of them have their pros and cons. So these were the two methods. Now the next method is char at. So char at means character at. So if you want to get a character by specifying a position, then we can do that using this particular method. So here is how we write it. This is the char at method, and here instead of providing any strings, we have provided a position number. So this is the 0th position, and we know that we have j at this position. So as you can see in this output window, so we have this j here specified. So this is how we can get a character by specifying a position for it. Now the next one is slice. So slice, as the name suggests, it is going to slice something. So it is going to slice a part of this big string. So in this slice method we have two parameters to specify. The first one is the starting position of the string that we want, and the second one is the end position of the string we want. So this is the start of the string and this is the end of the string. So between these two positions, whatever string we have, it is going to take that and it is going to output it. So as you can see in this output screen, we are getting the most word. So these are the positions to get the most word out of this big string. So this is how you can slice a part of a big string using this slice method. Now with this slice method, we can also specify negative position numbers. Now positive numbers means we are going from the left to the right. Alright, now if we specify negative position numbers, that means we are going from the right to the left. That means from the end of the string to the start of the string. Alright, so now I'm specifying a negative position here and here as well. So these are the negative positions to get this most word out of this big string. And as you can see here, we are getting this most word. So this is how we can also specify negative values in this slice method. So now we can also specify just one parameter instead of two parameters. So if you don't want to specify the second parameter, then you can also specify just one parameter, that is the starting position of it, and you don't need to specify the end position. And if you don't specify the end position, then it is automatically going to go through the whole string, that is till the end of the string, and it is going to take that whole string as the subpart of the big string. So here, as you can see in this output window, we have started from 26th position, that means this most word, and is going till the end of that string, that is till the full stop. So this was the slice method. Now, just as the slice method, we have another method, that is substring method. So substring method is also similar to string method, but there is one little difference here, and that is we cannot specify any negative numbers here in the parameter of this substring method. So that is the only difference. Other things are just the same as the slice method. So this is the starting position, this is the ending position, so everything else is the exact same as the slice method. Now there is substr. So this substr method is a little different than the previous methods, but this is also to get a substring from a string. So the first parameter here is the same as the previous ones, that is the first parameter denotes the starting position, but the second parameter here denotes the length of the string that we want, which is going to be counted from the starting position that we have provided. Alright, so here again we have this most word, so it is exactly doing what I just said. So this is the starting position, and after this starting position it is going 4 positions ahead, and it is taking that string out of our big string. So this is the output that we get for that. Now the next method is to replace a string. So what if you want to replace a part from a string that is already there? So we have this big string here, and what if I want to replace this most word and I want to add something else? So to do that, we have this replace method, and which goes like this. So this is the replace method. This is the word that I want to replace, and the second parameter here is going to be something that I want to replace this word with. So here I can write something like very. Alright, now let's see the output here. So as you can see that now this most word is replaced by this very, and you can also specify nothing, and here in the output, as you can see, we no more have this most word. This is how you can replace it with empty string. So yeah, this was the replace method. Now the next we have two methods to convert a string. So what if you want to convert a string to uppercase characters, and what if you want a string to have a lowercase characters? So to do that, we have two different methods here. One is to uppercase and the second one is to lowercase. So let's try the to uppercase. This is how we write it, and here we don't have to specify any kind of parameters. So this is empty here, you just have to leave it empty, and that's it. And as you can see here in the output, our whole string is now capitalized. So this is how this to uppercase method works. And now the next is to lowercase. So we have to specify it like this, and here in the output, as you can see, this whole string now is in the lowercase. And as you can see, this our original string had this J as a capital. So here in this lowercase string, we have everything including that J as smaller. So this is how you can convert a string into uppercase or lowercase. Okay, now one last method that I want to show you is trim. So if you have a string like this one, so here as you can see, I have some space at the start of the string and at the end of the string as well. So now what if I want to just remove these spaces from the start and end of this string? So there is one method for that, and that is trim method. So before that, I'll just show you the output, and this is the output for that. As you can see, we have this space here at the start and at the end as well. So let's use this trim method, and as you can see, now we no more have any spaces in this string. So the spaces are removed from the start and the end of the string. Now there are two more such trim methods. So one is trim start and the second one is trim end. And as these names suggest, this trim start is going to remove the space from the start of the string, and this trim end is going to remove the space from the end of the string. So as you can see here in this output, now here the space is removed from the start of the string, but we still have the space at the end. So if I double click it and select it, then as you can see here that we have this space here at the end of the string, and here we have the space at the start of the string, but the space from the end of the string is removed using this trim end. So these were the three methods to remove spaces from the string. Now remember this one thing, that is the spaces are going to be removed from the start and end of the string. It is not going to remove any spaces that are there between the string. So here if I have space in the between like this, so here in the output screen you can see this space is there and it has not removed the space that is in between the string. So this is something which you need to remember, that is going to remove the space from the start and the end of the string and not from the middle of the string. Okay, so these were some of the string methods in JavaScript. Now there are methods other than these methods as well, and I'll give a link in the description down below for you to check them out. So this was all about the string methods in JavaScript. Okay, so that's all for this video, and I will see you in the next one.